Hello, everybody, welcome. Who's a psychic investigator? Everybody, welcome to the psychic investigator. Oh, do I not have a ring? It's not a ring now, huh? I know ring. I just noticed. Let's see, maybe here. No, but I have at least I have many medals, many medals. So yeah, today I came Russian. Okay, so the news is about Melania. Melania made a statement about Epstein. And I find it so there is this woman I follow on Twitter. She's an astrologer. And again, I don't know anything about astrology, but I thought it interesting. I find it interesting. Okay. What a fruit. What a fruit. Okay, so here is as soon as Mars entered Aries, we hear this. You have the transition between the 29th degree Pisces and first Aries Mars. From the shadows to the light, action time. Here it is. And I think this one's a famous astrologer, if I remember. I'm just going to follow her. Out of shadows. This may explain Melania's sudden public denials. Trump Epstein cover up. And a name no one was watching just stepped out of the shadows, and it could rewrite the final chapter of Epstein's empire. In early 2026, newly unsealed files from the United States Department of Justice quietly reveals Karina Shuliak as the woman positioned to inherit a staggering 100 million. Blah, blah, blah. So, okay, actually, I wasn't expecting. I thought it was going to be about Melania. But the thing is, she made a statement today. She made a statement, a public statement, saying that she had nothing to do with Epstein, which is, it doesn't ring true, right? It does not ring true to us. Let me just go find the exact video. So this is Melania. She made a statement about it. She has a statement.
Donald and I never been
I've never.
friends with Epstein.
Oh,
Donald and I were invited to the same party
we good.
with Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell.
Okay, guys. So I need it before. Okay, I'm not even gonna finish all the full video because I already got information. So the other thing I saw actually is that there was this. I don't think it's not a joke, but it said something like, as soon as Trump stopped bombing Iran, the information came implying that Bibi is behind. Bibi has dirt on Trump and is starting to release it. And it's saying yes, yes. But it's saying there's so much dirt on both of them. And they're starting with Melania, right? Because Trump, in a way, it's saying he cares, like he's scared of it, but not as much as himself, right? So they're starting, like, we're going to start with that. This is so what we're about. So, okay, so then, and guys, you look at it, and it clearly, obviously, it's rehearsed. And I said before, she's empty inside, so she doesn't really have any she's just empty, right? Because if she had any content, there was anything resembling a soul inside, whatever it is, she would never have married him, right? But to her, it's a business contract, and so immediately when I saw her face, let's see, when she said, I have never met, let's see, actually, if there's no, it's just, it's like when she said, I have nothing to do with Epstein or his business associate Gillian. Remember, guys, there was a few months ago, whenever this started popping up, there was letters from Melania to Ghislaine. They were very chummy. And so she's getting ahead of that's right. And if you think about it, she made this denial inside the White, like she was in the White House. Like, this is how it's like, this should not be a subject that people in the White House in general should be involved in, right? But she uses it as like, it's just so sick, the whole thing, right? And it's saying there's plenty of evidence. Yes, And of course, and I see Epstein being like, he's like, I know what you're about, girl. I know you're about, he was with her before, right? Let's just say. Okay, let me go back to, let's share again. See what information here. Okay. Now let's continue. Was it okay? That's it. Go back.
Be clear. I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence. My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a tribal note. I am not Epstein's victim.
It's like, really? Really? Like, that's not what we're implying here, oh. I'm sorry to say it. All right. So actually, you know what? Let me go back here to you guys again, because then I have questions. There's a lot of questions here. So what prompted? That's right. This is gonna come out. And advisors told her she had to get ahead of the story. They knew it was gonna come out. And so she did. Now, what does that mean? What's next? I see these pages being ripped up. Oh, and I see that actually that woman, what's her name? Pam Bonnie has it. I see, like, I kept it, Donald. She's kept it. I don't think I think it's probably connected to Bibi this time, because they would not have let this. Does it make sense? If it had been anybody in the government, the current government, they would have been able to stop it. But Trump knows this is foreign, okay, and it likely is connected to Bibi. And so, okay, so now what happens next? That's it. So it's saying he's collapsing mentally. The truth about, I said in the video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that the truth about the casualties and the lies they're telling about how many Americans have died in this war, like everything is coming out. And then the next is also like this, what's also coming out is the truth about the EPS is not going away. And it is telling me the thing about the astrologer person. Yes, stuff is coming out of the shadows, because they can't keep it hidden for that long. It has to come out. Stuff comes out. That's the nature of stuff. So okay, so then I see again the APS person here, like, he's like, yeah, Rosie. I told Donald he wouldn't. He knows, and APS is saying that Trump has nightmares. Like he comes. A lot of victims come to him at night, even though he's a psychopath. And I told you, he hears, there's visitations, there's all kind of paranormal stuff. He lives in this darkness. Okay. All right. So tell me more. And what about Melania? What does she think is gonna? I feel like, again, it's part of her contract. She knew what she was getting into. It was part. I'm not, again, defending her, but it was like she wanted to get ahead in life, and she knew that was the price she had to pay, and she had paid for it. Okay. And it is what it is, and she's doing, like, she would never be like, no, I'm not. I never wanted to do it. I never wanted. I was the worst. No, it's more like, yes, I wanted a good life, and there is price to pay. There is price I'm paying. I paid for price. You are jealous of me because I have a handbag. I have many handbag shoes. Yes, there is problems. Everybody kills somebody sometime. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it, but it's saying it's the depravity of it all is here, and then it shows the contrast with Don, and then they're going after Pope Leo. And today I just want to show you, it's interesting. I was not going to show because I was like, oh, it's something else, it's different subjects. So let me show you. There's photos of, remember that man that they said, oh, they said there was people trying to deny that it happened. Okay. And this is, okay, let me show you this one. Okay, this is supposed to be about Melania, but it is also a contrast of their values, right? So remember the story that remember the guy Colby, they're like, oh no, Colby has nothing to do with this. So you're making it up. I haven't met him. He would never, that just sounds so not like him. And there he that is. So there's actual photos, right? There's evidence. They do this when they know that people have dirt. And here it is, Mattia Ferrezi. It took the very rapid response team 2.5 months to report the meeting, which according to my sources, it was not as idyllic as it is presented here. That's the journalist that broke the story in the Free Press that the blog Letters from Leo then reported from. Okay. So it's interesting, right? That there's like this moral problem. I mean, again, I'm not here to like, I don't want to necessarily judge. I am judging Melania, but it's because she's a liar and she sides, she's okay with the all the monstrosity they do, right? So I just do not care about her. No. Okay. So anyway, going back here, the hypocrisy is astounding, right? That's it. It's saying because truly it is about the EPS files. It is about this is their value systems of who they are. So show me, and guys, it show me again. That's why I feel like scatological, biblical, whatever the situation, because it shows me next, like all these people being killed all over the world, Lebanon on fire, being bombed. This woman, this story about Epstein, American soldiers dying for nothing. So all of this and all this theft, all the plunder and the lying, and it's almost like all these evil things coming out, exploding, right? So it's all because that's who he is. This is who they are, and it's coming out, and the light is saying this is what it is. This stuff is coming out all at once, and it's almost like making this really like disgusting, melted, burning soup of evil thing that I'm seeing. So it's saying that's what's coming, and it's saying they're pushing him out now. So okay, I don't know, guys. It is supposed to be about Melania, but it's also now turning out to be also about JD Vance because I need to show you in light of this how this is the I guess this is about the hypocrisy of them all. And this is me show this video of JD Vance when asked about what happened, right? In the meeting where they threatened.
X has been a buzz the last couple of days with the Free Press story saying that senior Pentagon officials in January, including Rich Colby, brought Cardinal Pierre into the Pentagon.
Brought who?
Cardinal Christophe Pierre into the Pentagon.
I haven't seen the story, unfortunately.
And essentially the reporting by the Free Press is that they told him that the American military has a lot of might and they can do whatever they want and the church should get on its side. Does that message sound...
What a liar. Like, okay, guys, just... Did you see the lie? It's like, first of all, he lies about everything, right? But this is like, he's supposed to be a Christian. I'm a Christian. And like, and he lies, and you could see in his face that he was told this was, it's everywhere. And his whole brand is about like how, okay, remember, by the way, he released a book, right, about his conversion, and he managed to put a photo. To me, I have to show you some. He managed to show a photo of a Methodist church. He couldn't even bother to find an actual Catholic church to put on the cover. So much he cares. I care a lot about. I converted. I did it myself truly. I care so much. No, he doesn't. Okay, so this is like one of humanity's brightest. Okay, this is like this stuff people do. I was created in a laboratory by my Lord and Savior Peter Thiel. I love the memes. It is bright, so much that I see. Let me just one other one. Let me find it. There was, oh my God. Okay. Communion with my couch, finding my way back to faith, JD Vance. This is like this is like you realize there's hope in the world. You know what I mean? There's hope. There's always hope. So it's I find that interesting. And put my awesome. Now, okay, let me go back to there's a couple questions that were raised here. And so, I try to usually keep to one subject, but tonight is one of those days, okay? And the thing that I want to talk about here is a little comment that I saved, because that's where I saved my stuff, right? Someone said that people, here it is, Peter Thiel Network. Let me show you. The Peter Thiel network is trying to desperately salvage a Vance run in 2028. Not going to work, LOL. So I've said before, I think that Trump is going to resign. Not resign. I'm sorry. Have to leave somehow pretty soon. And let's ask if it's going to, I just feel like, yes, before the minute. I don't think that Vance is going to take over from Trump. I just don't. And who can ask, is he going to run in 2028? Okay, so, all right, so all right, let's see here. Peter Thiel is trying, okay, so what is going, and he's saying people hate him. He is so unpopular among the MAGA base, and he's just, period, very unpopular. And they realize they can't keep up the facade with somebody like him. They actually are trying to find somebody else interesting, because they know, and this is the thing, as fascist as Peter Thiel is, he's also not that dumb. He knows that he's afraid of like the whole anti-democratic thing with somebody like JD Vance. So interesting. He knows, he's saying he can read between the lines. He can see the writing on the wall. And it's saying they have a lot of those contracts, right? And they're really worried about, so couldn't he do something? And it's saying there's a lot of resistance to JD Vance. Even the right-wing fake Christian guys, fake Catholic, whatever. And it's saying the fact that and I see that even those people that are on his side, they hate Pope Leo. And by the way, this goes back to Epstein and Bannon. For years, they've been trying to take down Pope Francis and now Pope Leo. So it's not new for them. This is their project. But it came out so badly. And guys, research polls, they say that probably one of the most popular people in the world, the better liked, is the Pope. And it's not necessarily because he's the Pope for Catholics. It's because he's just a very likable person who stands for something. So I find it interesting. No, really, it is very interesting. And it's saying it's like God is watching and is assigning, look, remove him, put him in straight hell bus. Straight hell bus, remove it. What else? What else next for him? Wow, and I'm being shown and show guys the book. It's something I talked to Greta sometimes about recently. But I've been shown this image of the spirit showed me the book, meaning the Akashic records, right? I think. And it's saying they open the book and it's like, there it is. There's a man who pretended to be God loving, but no, he was out there licking balls of Antichrist. That's what he did behind the scenes. And so God knows what he's up to. It is not, praying. It's not about praying. It's about, something else. Not that there's anything wrong with something else, but when you pretend to be, saying like, oh no, I just, it's like he's just lying just to get votes, and he's saying they're all fake. They only care about power, right? So it's saying because he's the weak link, also they know that he's only as valuable as like if he can win elections, right? And I don't think by the way, he won I don't think he's ever won a real election straight. This guy hasn't. So it really is bad for him in every way. It's saying he's like, yeah, I made it so young. I mean, I'm brilliant. I am so brilliant. I am so great. I am so great. No, I'm not. No. It's like easy come, easy go kind of feeling about him. So no, actually I have God is here. So what's going to happen to JD Vance? Is JD Vance going to take over from Trump? Is he going to become president soon? I just see. Since I have cards, I have some cards. Since I have cards. Since I have cards. Oh, Garo known through Organization of Women of Law. Recognize this Epstein changes. Somebody's changing. Oh no! Well, this is funny because this is also a card of the religious right, but there's problemos, that is good things happening in the public. They come out. Yeah, it shows me there's stuff about. It tells me Epstein, Peter Thiel, and Trump. It's just out, and it's not gonna. No, they're not gonna. It's not going back. The cat is out of the bag. The cat. Is out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag. The cat is. The cat is out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag. Let's see what's happening. Huh? Is JD Vance gonna be the next president? Gonna take over from Trump? What does this card say? Ooh, irregular. Let's see here, pulling out cards. Let's see, you know what? Let me actually stop the background because then it, okay, blur, not the blur, no, here. You see, interesting Empress. So women are upset about it. Message? There is a message for him? I'm just saying, what the message? Aggressive. Man, is it about Peter because a rich guy? Oh no, worried? His word? Oh, hey, why is it worried? Again, there it's the Epstein. Oh, justice. Okay. What lies upside down? Look at him. He's so discerning. He's so smart. Again, I'm legit. That's good one. It's not just this card. Oh, he has to. This is a card that somebody turned around. So when it's like this card means he's going to be forced to turn around to leave behind. No, I realized I fell in love with my couch, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in the couch, hanging out on couch potato. But then I hear that like, there's no couch in federal prison, JD. But I see that it's saying with his legal background, he decides to tell the truth about what he knows because Peter is going to try to throw him in the trash. But, so good. Guys, I love the fact that I can laugh. I can make fun of things. And really, it's good because the situation is dire. It's very dire. Okay? Whew. So good thing, good sense. Oh, by the way, what's happening to just because I'm flipping through these subjects. So what about Melania? What happens to her in the next year or so? Okay, so I see Trump going down. That's right. And she's happy. She bought herself a ticket. I think honestly, Trump is a mix of his mind going and the crimes and all of it, and the mess about the Iran war so soon. I think as soon as she knows he's gone, she buys herself some ticket. I don't think she not have a private air. She wants to leave and she buys a ticket quietly, but she's stopped before she can try to. I was going to visit the mother. I had nothing to do with you. I was going to visit my mother. You are jealous of me? So I see that she's gonna also have to testify. So what is all interesting? Very interesting. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go for now, and I'll be back tomorrow. Love you. Bye-bye. Bye.